I would like to see you in Viral Way Pod. No lie, I think it would be a better debate than Burger, Low, KK, Bucci. Yeah, most definitely. I like Viral Way, except when they're doing the rage baity Mexicans hate black people shit. That shit just gets so tiring, bro. So tiring. Let's go to that clip. I'm not even gonna bring up a Viral Way. I'll just tell y'all they take on it, because it was just so... I did not fuck with it. So they had Munchie B on.
All right. Check this.
Shout out to Blue Devil. Shout out to Hater World. You know what I'm saying? Good podcast. I just want to say that on Food Community, I definitely said that I felt like he could have a better co-host, because bro is a little too chill, a little too like laid back. But after watching the whole Munchie B interview and then going and like skimming through a couple of his other interviews, bro, I'm sorry, I'm forgetting your name again, bro. Hater World's co-host is actually a good interviewer, good podcaster. I know he has health problems with his heart and shit, so I think that honestly aids to like his demeanor and him being more laid back. I did not know that when I was saying that on Food Community. And then just to see you still kind of like guiding the interview, asking the questions, kind of laying the format for the interview, I got a newfound respect for you, bro. So I just had to put that out there, because I was like, bro's a little too chill. I don't think he really got it. But after seeing more of your content, learning about what you're going through, I apologize for saying that, bro, as a man. You know what I'm saying? But they have Munchie B on. At some point, they're like, all right, let's take calls. And they do this on every show. I think when they do interviews, or maybe every show period, they take calls. This is not a one-time thing. This is not a Munchie B special. This happens all the time. Munchie B was saying that Mexicans can't get mainstream in hip-hop without being ushered in by a accepted black hip-hop like icon, figure, whatever you want to call it. You could say that about Dr. Dre ushering in Eminem. He got the cosign from Dr. Dre, got him on some West Coast soundy shit. He's rapping his ass off. Bam, Eminem's made. Even 6ix9ine, he was, SoundCloud underground, got with the Bloods, Black Bloods in New York, hip hop mecca. They co-sign him. Bam, he has a stamp from black people on him. Goes to another level. Even OGZ in Shoreline, around black people, gets the N-word pass from a lot of people in California, is the biggest streaming Mexican artist currently. Mexican American rapper currently. I'm pretty sure he streams the best, except for like Bash for the World and a couple others, because Bash is hella big on TikTok. But in terms of just straight hip-hop, people taking him seriously, OGZ's the one. And he has the black stamp on him as well of approval. So I think that was Munchie B's main point, and I can agree to a pretty good extent, is that I think being ushered in by a black hip-hop figure kind of does give you a lot more acceptance, where people are like, okay, we see somebody we respecting him, we'll give him more respect, when maybe before they'd be a little more not so quick to click on a Mexican rapper. So I think he was making a good point. Obviously, when you say something like that, everybody's going to take it as like, okay, Mexicans can't be successful without a black person supporting them. And that's not what we're saying. Like he said, Lil Rob, there's all these fools. Fucking, I don't know, the list goes on, bro. Drummer Boy, all these fools that were Chicano rappers, had mainly Mexican and white people listening to them, sold tons of records, probably went platinum, you know what I'm saying, did their thing, make way more money than me, take care of their family through rap. That's not what we're saying. In the mainstream conversation of hip-hop, are they considered as top dogs? No, we all know this. That's just not a question. They are not considered. It's a niche part of hip-hop. It's Chicano rap. It's separate from rap and hip-hop, the mainstream version. They're in a niche, bro. They're in a pocket that's not even talked about ever outside of it. Like, that's just real. You know what I'm saying?
This how.
No, she don't.
I got the bread.
So pretty much people were saying that Hater World set up Munchie B. They set him up to have royalty call in on Munchie B to clown him, say your girl knows my name, all this shit. I feel like royalty was just offended because he felt like Munchie B was saying Mexicans need black people to be successful in rap, and that's not true, but on a main stage, yes it is, and it's been proven over and over again. Then Viral Way says, oh, you see what happens when black people go to the Mexican podcast? They backdoor him. They got him set up. They got him, you know what I'm saying, fucked up. They had this Mexican call in trying to clown him and make Munchie B look bad. That's why these Mexicans really hate black people. And it's like, Jesus Christ, like where the assumptions and the jump into conclusions is crazy. Bro, I have never heard a royalty song. I've never heard of royalty in my life, and that's not just to discredit him. He probably does have a Wraith or a Rolls Royce or whatever he said outside, and I don't. So all respect to Brody, but in the grand scheme of things, nobody is worried about what he's got going on the mainstream hip hop level. No, I've never heard anyone speak about no royalty or anybody like that. Viral Way be race baiting TBH for sure. And it was just like once Munchie B came out and was like, no, they didn't backdoor me. Like they be having people calling all the time, and I didn't even take offense to it. And Munchie B's trying to sit down with royalty and have that debate. And I think that would be a good conversation to have. And I think more of these conversations need to be had. And even on Hater World, when I was watching the Munchie B thing, his co-host just started saying my take verbatim, that Mexicans shouldn't be saying the N-word. I'm like, bro, I started a wave. Stop playing with me. Okay? Talk about Viral Way, Viral Moose. Okay? I started this wave. I'm trying to have the tough conversations and break down barriers between Mexican and black people so we can work together and take over fucking everything. Because if we work together and really was brothers like we say we is, we could stick together and take over fucking everything. No kizzy.
All right, we go with
Let's fire this up.
You're doing your thing, homie, and I want to let you know we don't need no and no disrespect, but I'm going to talk in reality.
This is reacception. I'm reacting to Blue Devil, reacting to No Jumper, reacting to Royalty, reacting to Munchie B on Hater World, reacting. From ascending in reaction, time and space.
Of real life. I sold over 9 million records, all Chicano. I don't need no black stamp from shit. You want to talk about music business? I'll teach you the music business.
Hold on. What's your name, brother?
I'm Royalty, Low Profile Records. I'm the god of this Chicano rap.
Okay, talk your
the god of this Chicano rap.
I started this shit, sold the most.
Talk
That's
your
just
shit.
the real shit.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It's the real shit.
You can see Munchie B's laughing. He's smiling. He's like, okay, yeah, pop it. I get you. I hear you. He's not taking this personally. People be thinking Munchie B just so mad, just want to shoot everybody or something, bro. Even when Food Community was pressing me about Munchie B talking about P-Face, I'm like, if Munchie B wanted to set up P-Face and get him ran down on, he would not be talking about it on the internet and telling him to come to No Jumper and setting up interviews with him. Like, Munchie B is a good content creator. He knows what he's doing. He knows how to spin the narratives, but he don't, if he's trying to violate somebody, he's not going to be on the internet popping it for real like that. Like, let's just be real.
We go live right now. I got the Phantom right here. I got the brand new Cypher right here.
Yeah, I got the Phantom right here. Like, I'm sure he does, and that's great, but that doesn't put you in the conversations of Snoop and Ice Cube and all these West Coast legends that are, you know, head and shoulders above us in rap. Like, let's just be real. Of any Mexican that's ever rapped, period. So it's just like, that's great, bro. There's a ton of independent rappers that have done amazing things. Like, but that doesn't just automatically include you in the big dogs of hip hop history. We got to go further. We have to achieve more. We have to go, you know what I'm saying? I want to be in those conversations.
And I ain't released the album in 10 years.
Hey, hold on. Say your name again, because you know they got react. No.
And when Munchie B was saying this, he was being genuine, saying, say your name again, because people gonna fact check this, you know what I'm saying? And I want them to pull up the right person so we can make sure that what you're saying is true, and that's fair to say. But Royalty's like, oh, he's trying to act like nobody knows who I am, and that's why I think he starts sending the shots about your girl. Da 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 da.
Hold on. They gonna
Your
react to
girl
this.
knows who I am. You might not have my number, but she does.
No, she don't.
That was my favorite part. He said, no, she don't. He just
That's your homegirl's love. I'm Royalty, Low Profile Records. The king of Chicano rap. It's the bottom line.
You the king?
A lot of Shade of Brown, a Little Rob, all of it. MC Magic's on my tour. It is.
I'm way worse.
Okay, talk your shit, don't swallow your spit.
MC Magic himself is worth over $50 million. You know, we don't need no black stamp. We're just like the blacks. All we need is white.
MC Magic isn't in anyone in America's top 5 rappers of all time. Respectfully, MC Magic is a legend. He is not in anyone's top 5 rappers of all time in history. Maybe singers, maybe musicians. Maybe super, you know what I'm saying, cholas and shit, but let's be real, bro.
White people and Mexicans about our shit and we're good.
No.
You know what I mean? Am I lying?
That's where it starts to get a little funky. It's like you're saying I don't care about black people. We don't need black people in this shit when you're using the music that black people created. It gets a little wonky, I'll be honest.
Am I lying?
Yeah, you is.
Who buys all black music?
Hey, we ain't talking about
80% of your fans are Mexican and white.
We're not talking about consumers, we talking about getting in, brother.
We don't need to get in there, we got consumers.
I don't need to get in. I fucking cracked the door. I've been with B&G when we were in Full Throttle. I was a guy. Like, when you said about Capone, first of all, Capone's not Mexican. This isn't Halloween. I don't wear a costume. I'm a real Chicano.
I didn't wear a costume. I'm a real Chicano.
Come on.
Listen. But we didn't need... That's why I didn't get... no disrespect to Al Boy. Don't even take it that way, Al Boy. But I could have had Snoop. Busy Bone was on our shit. All this shit we had on our shit. But I didn't care. I didn't need nobody black, and I didn't need black fans. All I cared about was my Mexican people. And honestly, I kept 100% Chicano.
But guess what? Royalty. If you would have went that way, you would have went further.
You know what I mean?
Facts. That's facts. If you would have fuck with Snoop, then fuck with Bone Thugs and Harmony and them, you would have gone farther in music. You would have been even more successful. You would have had more black fans and not just had Mexican and white fans. And why would you ever want to turn down fans for no reason? Well, to say that you're for sure a Chicano rap legend, like, why not just a rap legend and be the biggest Chicano of all time? Why doesn't anyone want to strive for that? Not just the biggest, you know what I'm saying, Chicano and Chicano rap. You know what I'm saying? And all the rap of everything.
Munchie not lying. Royal is not lying. Both them cats are not lying.
I see you doing your thing.
All right. So
Okay, so look, very quick, bro. Before they give their opinion, I'm gonna give mine. I don't want to speak for Royalty, Low Profile Records, but I'm gonna give you guys some of his accolades real quick. All right, it's just the ones that I know, and I'm sure I'm missing a grip. All right. He said he sold over 10 million records, all independent. All right, remember. Independent, no label. He was the label. He did have artists like Little Rob, Kid Frost, Lighter Shade. I don't know if he had Lighter Shade Brown. You know, he had all the great.
That's legendary. All those people he's naming as legendary people that he had as artists. So I'll give it to him.
Signed to him, bro. At one point, I think MC Magic dropped under his label as well. He had all the greats like Night Owl, Mr. Little One. You know, Shadow, all the greats.
I don't know
bro.
any of those
all
people.
The greats. All the greats. He was nominated for a Grammy when he was with Aquid or making music with Aquid. He brought us Sancha, you know, multiple gold albums. Okay, multiple gold albums. Toured everywhere. At one point, his company was making 400 G's a month. All right. So there's a lot of accolades there, bro. Calling no, but he's a watcher. He's okay, but very quick to make it clear. Nobody backdoored Munchie B. Nobody backdoored the B team that was in the building. We was all one collective. We was all together. If anybody would have walked in through that door to try to backdoor anyone, even if it was one of us, they would have got it. They would have been laid out flat. We don't play when it comes.
Man, come on, man. Quit playing with my dog, Hater World, man. They would not do no janky shit like that, especially not to Munchie B. The fact that Viral Way was trying to push that on they pod is foul, because that could scare away future guests off some false shit. That wasn't the vibe at all. How do you backdoor someone with a phone call? Like,
comes to our guest,
we gotta stop watering down these words. We gotta stop watering down crash out. When I was growing up, crash out meant you killed somebody. You went and did some shit and spun because they spun on y'all, and you went and crashed out because your emotions was high and you wanted to snatch a soul. You know what I'm saying? That was crashing out. Now a crash out is an argument. Backdooring used to be you get somebody killed, you know what I'm saying, or get somebody tied up by setting them up, leaving the back door open. Some fools run in and tie you up and steal all your shit. That's a backdoor. Now it's somebody called into a podcast. That's a backdoor, and Mexicans hate black people. Like, bro, we gotta stop watering everything fucking down, bro, and just call it what it was. Somebody called in to disagree with Munchie on a podcast. They had the disagreement. There were some like 2 or 3 shots thrown, little small shit. Your girl knows my name. Like it's not that deep, bro. Let's be real.
We don't backdoor our guests. Now, did we tell Roy to call in? No, but he's a watcher. He's watching the show. He sees Munchie talking about hip hop. What's he going to do? Oh, I want to call because I got something to say about this topic. People actually watch us, bro. People actually like that we have great dialogue and great, what do you call that shit? Subjects. So you can't be mad if he called in, bro. Now let's continue.
I mean,
who want to go?
This is the Instagram that I guess this guy used. Either, but he talking big shit like he's the man. I'm very curious.
I'll let y'all go first. I mean, I'll let the hip hop dude with 50 Chicano rappers. Was he on that list?
You were there, okay? You know if he was or he wasn't, and he wasn't on that list because a lot of those lists are biased. And a lot of those lists are about the new rappers from today.
No, it's not a bias at all. That one was for 2025. They're talking about people who are active in the game today from January 1st till now. That's why he wasn't on the list. If I went and looked, he probably doesn't drop music like that no more. Of course, he's not on the list. That doesn't take any of his achievements or accolades away from him.
Overall, to have on that list. Oh, make
race, like
the race who invented the genre
is a really yes. And then when you add that element of, okay, like this is hip hop music, and regardless of what subgenre it is, it's still expanding from something that was created as black culture. And you know what I mean? That's undeniable. So
hey, listen, salute to the black homies, bro. Rap belongs to them. I've done a lot of research when it comes to having different guests, and I've realized that, hey, rap is their shit. You know, salute to
yeah, we could be 100% real right now, y'all. Rap is black music. No matter how you try to spin it. I know that there was Puerto Ricans around during the creation of hip hop, and what was the 3 aspects of hip hop? It was breakdancing, rapping, DJing. Wasn't that the 3? And like graffiti, maybe it was 4. I get that Puerto Ricans, maybe some Dominicans was around, but I'm pretty sure it was Puerto Ricans and black people in New York was the first ones really on that. But as hip hop progressed very quickly, the graffiti part faded to the background a little bit more. The DJ part faded in the background. The breakdancing nearly went away completely as a main staple of hip hop, and rapping took the forefront. And who was all the forefathers at the forefront? Were black dudes. They shaped the culture, they shaped the styles, they shaped the music, they shaped the beats, they shaped production. Everything you could think of is influenced by black people and black culture. So no matter how you try to spin it, that is they shit. Just got to put that out there because I see a lot of misinfo sometimes.
So all the black homies is black and brown love over here where I'm at, right? But people need to understand, like, yes, it belongs to the blacks, right? But from the perspective that royalty is looking at it, I can only see it from a business standpoint. I'm not looking at it from a race standpoint or a who owns what standpoint. I'm looking at it from a business standpoint. If people that are buying your music is this color, then that's all you're going to do is market to them because you know these people won't buy it.
But you don't know that, though. That's the whole point, is you don't know if that other group isn't going to buy it. And if you don't try to expand, you'll never expand. You'll only know if you try to do that. If royalty made that song with Snoop, what bad was going to happen? Was the Chicano rap fans going to say, oh, he got Snoop on his record, we don't want to slap it? No, they would say, God damn, the dude that we listened to that I thought was just niche Chicano rap is working with one of the biggest artists in the world. That's amazing. I want to listen even more. This even makes him even more legit that he has this legend co-signing him with a feature. Oh my God, he's got a song with Bone Thugs and Harmony, instead of declining it out of saying, well, they won't fuck with me anyways. That just sounds like a lack of confidence. And it's like, I want us to just shoot further or higher. You shoot for the stars, you land on the clouds, all that type of bullshit, man. Stop trying to act like just because you made a living and a very wealthy living off of music means that you're a hip hop legend, mainstream hip hop legend. That does not mean that. It's just flat out wrong.
You know the whites ain't gonna buy it, or the blacks, or the Chinese.
You don't know any of that. Just make good music.
I don't know how they...
Good music is universal. Good music is universal. I listen to music from Brazil. They speak in Portuguese. I don't know what they're saying, but it's really good. It's just like, bro, you don't know who's going to be your fan unless you try to expand and keep an open mind. Got to network and expand. Look what happened when Money Sign Sway. We fuck with him and Mexicans did. We're not going to talk about the bad, but he was going up. Yeah, and I was just watching a video about him and his demise and how it was pretty pointless, bro. But yeah.
I don't think his rap subculture, but I could be wrong. I could be all... agenda was to get into hip hop. I think it was just to cater to the Chicano.
Okay,
rap.
then he's got to stay over there. We talking about mainstream culture. If you talking about how you ran Chicano rap, that is great, but that's not the conversation we're having.
Rap subculture, but I could be wrong. I could be all the way wrong.
I think that it's just a very odd stance. Now, understandable, like you might feel like you don't need that, and you could for sure you had your success and you didn't need to tap into that demographic. But I think Munchie, you hit the nail on the head when you were like, you would have potentially gone a lot further if you did. And right now, when you see Chicanos who embrace a multicultural audience and aren't just catering strictly to their own, it actually winds up being advantageous to them in the long run.
Very true. Lush is 1,000% right. All the rappers that are out right now, they're catering to black and brown and everyone, bro.
You probably...
I know they be tapping in from different states and countries too. Sydney, Australia, they like New Zealand and all that little... They like, you know what I'm saying? They give me their feedback. But
I had never heard Munchie's music until he came. I recommend for you guys to go listen to of his records. Gangsta rap.
I think he did a lot of like a Bow Wow challenge, right?
What do you mean?
Like okay, we got 4 people in here. Have anybody ever heard of him before?
I never heard of him before.
I want to have a talk with him now. You know what I'm saying?
He did, yeah, me too. He did a 4-hour Hater World. This guy likes 5 years ago that has some of the people I wouldn't be acting.
The reason he does long interviews, rap game, he's one of the pioneers. I
just want to see what Munchie
hear
B
what he got to say. You know what I'm saying? Okay, he might be one of these Chicano rappers I never heard of, and he accomplished. But what I say remains. Like, I'm not talking about the consumers. Like a lot of these black artists, like a lot of they fan base be Hispanics. We know that. And then everybody, like, each hand wash one. But I'm talking about if you want to participate, you want to be a rapper, you trying to, like,
exactly, be a part of mainstream hip hop.
Like, excel, man, come on, bro. I would say Kid Frost probably the biggest, or
Kid Frost was signed
Cypress Hill.
to royalty.
But Kid Frost was also signed to Eazy-E. When we bring up Kid Frost, we don't say, oh yeah, he was signed to royalty. We say he was signed to Eazy-E.
Little Rob, the biggest, was signed to royalty.
Other than Summer Nights, we don't know Lil Rob's music like that on a mainstream.
I mean, these are facts.
Cypress Hill, but Kid Frost, and he was signed by Eazy-E. You know what I'm saying?
He was signed by Eazy-E, I believe, for like a very, 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 very short time. But no, he wasn't. And I'll tell you why he wasn't. Because Brownside hated Eazy-E.
Let's look it up. Was Kid Frost signed? Yes, Kid Frost was signed to Ruthless Records. Frost signed with the label in 1995 and released his album Smile Now Die Later that same year, shortly before Eazy-E's death. He was among the first Mexican-American MCs to achieve significant mainstream success and has been referred to as a protege of Eazy-E. That doesn't sound like a little bit, Hater World. That doesn't sound like a little bit. Being a protege. How long? How long was he signed? Releasing 2 albums before moving to other labels with Eazy-E passing. So he only left because Eazy-E passed away, not because anybody hated him. That's them together right here. Yeah, fact check, Hater World. I don't think what you were saying is accurate. I mean, I know for a fact he was signed to royalty because when I looked it up, it said that. But we're talking about in 1995 to 1997, the 2 albums he dropped that gave him that stamp. It was because of Eazy-E, not because of royalty.
I gotta look up that fact. I don't recall, bro. It's been too long. Brownside hated
Check him out.
Kid Frost. And Brownside was signed to Eazy-E. So I don't think so, bro. But I gotta look into that.
The brown side, Eazy-E, right?
No, yeah, he will for sure. He will.
But I'm saying this though, right? It don't support what he just said. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying if you want to excel, if you was successful in the way you did it, already worked for you. It ain't gonna work for a lot of your peers. Bet it.
And I totally get like, hey, you're who you are.
Mr. Shadow just did a song with Ice Cube that went super humongous.
That's
and
one
Shadow
song,
was
bro.
signed to.
And that worked for you. Look around. Or who else it worked for that? That's, you know what I'm saying? They had a black cosign. Or
I just want to see Munchie B say the Hater World did not backdoor him because they definitely didn't.
Signed by one,
aggressive,
attacking.
Check
you know
him
what I'm
out.
saying?
Do you feel like the Hater World set you up because they had somebody call in with an anti-Munchie perspective, sort of, that they already have an existing relationship with?
And he dropped a gun in the clip. I heard that afterwards.
I feel like that might have been after the fact, or
No.
That was actually doing it.
I don't know. Yeah,
with the gun?
Did you hear those gunshots sound effects
no.
while it was happening?
No, I heard it, but I don't feel like I was set up.
Okay.
Because when I got there, it was hospitable. You know what I'm saying? My boy Smiley got big 3. I don't smoke, but strings of weed and rotation. Like it was all cool. Boy, like it was all Gucci. Good people.
They chill for sure.
Yeah, but he had a strong opinion, and that's what it is. I wasn't set up. I could hold my own, bro. So it's all good.
Thank you, bro. Viral way. Cut it out. Straight from the horse's mouth, my G. Come on now.
You know what I'm saying? And it's cool to hear different You know what I'm saying? Takes, but I want now that I'm digging deeper into you. I would like for him to double back.
Pause.
Come on, no jumper. Or come on, Morals Over Money. You know what I'm saying? And let's talk about it because
I think that would be a good conversation, but they got to make sure that they're having the same conversation. It does not taking anything away from you that you sold records and all that. We talk about mainstream hip hop being accepted into the mainstream, getting that stamp of approval from hip hop legends. A lot of the times you need a black hip hop legend to stamp you to excel and go super far, or at least have big features with them, or be associated, or just be seen as a peer to these people. You got to be one of the big dogs. And that's pretty much the main point